A true, selfless act always sparks another. Welcome in, guys, and welcome back.
Welcome in
to Hats Off Sorting, the podcast where we sort your favorite characters from movies or shows or miscellaneous media into the Hogwarts houses that they would be in if they went to Hogwarts. As always, this is Ron.
This is Fred.
and Luna.
And Hermione.
And today we will be deep diving. Spoiler warning as always. We dive real deep on this show. And content warning. We make no promises to watch our language or the themes that we may or may not discuss.
Ever.
Today the movie that we are diving into is Klaus.
Good movie.
It's a really cute movie. I didn't expect
So
to like it.
good.
It's a lot cute. And it's a lot cuter
If you
than
don't
I
like
think
Christmas, you like this movie.
I'll be honest with you guys. You know, I'm not a big Christmas person. I don't hate it, but it's just there's a lot of Christmas, and I get fed the fuck up, especially when it's October.
Yeah.
And there's already Christmas shit everywhere.
Fair.
And that's on working in retail. That's on working in retail.
That's on working in retail. I've worked in retail a lot of years.
Yep. Same.
Ditto.
Oh my god. And we'd start getting Christmas shit in like August, and I was just like, God fucking damn it.
Can I get my Halloween for
We haven't even finished summer. Can we have Halloween before we hit Christmas, please?
Yeah.
We have our Christmas person at the table here. Who's like, I hate all of you.
No, I love Christmas, but I understand the frustration with it.
Halloween is done now. It is now Christmas.
No. Thanksgiving is still in there for people who...
Food time!
I don't acknowledge Thanksgiving.
Okay, here's the thing. Thanksgiving is great. It needs to be rebranded because it shouldn't be representing what it's representing. But it's an excuse for me and my family to get together and eat a shit ton of food and talk and laugh and be happy.
Which will take always.
Which will always take, and also you're never going to get people to let go of that because that's like such a big thing, and it's such a big tradition.
Especially here in America.
Exactly. Speaking from like my point of view, I'm never going to give that up because I love seeing my fucking family together. Mm-hmm. And especially too, like in my family, we've lost people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've lost people in my immediate family, grandparents and things like that, that we had these traditions with, and we still hold on to them through these traditions.
Yep.
And I'm sure I'm not the only one.
You're definitely not.
Definitely
not.
And it's one of those things where it's like, no, I'm never going to get rid of Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
What we should be doing is rebranding it to where it's not celebrating the Pilgrims, because fuck the Pilgrims. It's not celebrating Christopher Columbus, because fuck Christopher Columbus.
Accurate.
Why did we not celebrate Native American culture and traditions during Thanksgiving? Why not talk about the different tribes and the different areas and all of the stuff that came with that, and try and like remind people that this is where America started?
Yeah.
That's just that's what I have.
You're a passionate person. We all know this.
Yeah.
But going back to Christmas.
But God,
we're doing December. We gotta go do.
Yeah. You guys probably figured out that we record these a little bit early. Because we were talking about it's only October.
Thanksgiving hasn't even happened yet.
This is probably the podcast where we just revealed that, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
if people don't realize how podcasts and YouTube channels work, they don't record them and then put them out the next day. There's a lot of editing and shit.
There's a lot of
editing to do. This is true.
You know this.
Yes.
So, yeah, this is true.
And what's funny about this movie being Christmas, it's like the least Christmassy Christmas movie ever.
It's okay, so it's still very Christmassy, but it's so sweet. And this is, again, coming from someone who isn't a big Christmas person, who's seen all the Christmas shit. Mm-hmm. I went to Catholic school, you guys. I got it shoved down my throat for 12 years straight.
Yeah.
This was not overwhelmingly Christmassy to the point where it was obnoxious, and it was still very sweet to the point where I got emotional towards the end.
Same. I definitely got emotional at the end. I didn't know Christmas was going to be a thing in this movie until the end, because this movie, you haven't gone through it yet, literally shows how Santa Claus, his legend, became a thing.
Yeah, so let's get to it.
Yeah.
Let's set this movie up.
So, Klaus was released November 8th, 2019. It is set in a fictional 19th century setting on an island town to the far north in Smeerensburg.
Smeerensburg.
Yes.
Love that name.
Which, yeah.
Smeerensburg.
And basically, it's following our main character, Jesper, as he is trying intentionally to fail out of mailman school because he hates his dad.
Are they basically the military?
Basically.
Okay.
It's post-service
The postal
military.
service.
It's like literally like this whole thing. I was like, are they supposed to be the military?
They're not supposed to be
No,
the
they're
military in
not.
the sense of like fighting and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's like
that's just how they.
military strictness.
Yeah,
That's how they set up like the. That's why I was just
yeah,
like,
precisely.
this seems real serious for
Yeah.
Postman.
You're supposed to be in equestrian training.
Exactly.
What?
And he doesn't want to do it, so he's trying to flunk out intentionally, and his dad is like, no, I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm gonna send you up to this like little horrible town, and you have to stay there for the year, and you have to try and get 60,000, however many.
6,000.
It is 6,000?
Yeah.
Letters posted.
Yep.
And,
Basically set up a postal service.
Yeah, because they have
basically.
tried before, apparently.
And
All of
failed.
them failed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he goes and finds Klaus, who makes toys, and he ends up trying to send out the letters. And I don't want to tell the whole story because it's very sweet. You should watch it.
We'll
But
trust me, we'll
it's
probably
the
go
whole
over it.
story of him kind of transforming this town,
Yep.
setting up this postal service, starting Klaus on his journey to become Santa Claus,
Unintentionally.
unintentionally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and deal with this town that is feuding between these two families that are like the freaking Montagues and Capulets.
Like literally at each other's throats, bombing their own houses like every single day.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So
They have a battle bell in the middle of their town.
As the other guy said, they have one way to communicate what they gotta say, and they get the point across without sending mail.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Then literally while they're saying that, someone's shooting a cannon at their house.
No, but yeah, if you haven't seen this movie,
It's
pause
great.
this podcast, go watch it, and then put this back on.
It's pretty
Exactly.
good. Yeah.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty good.
So, we shall start with our main character, Jesper Johansson.
Little Jespy.
This little shit.
This little shit.
This little Slytherin.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna argue the fact he literally starts off like a Draco
First thing
Malfoy.
he said, yeah!
He literally starts off a Draco Malfoy. Daddy just sucking on Daddy's financial teats his entire life.
Yeah. And he's very specifically a Slytherin and not a spoiled Gryffindor because they can be similar.
Yep.
Because like we said, he gets to this town and starts manipulating children and sending letters.
Literal children.
He literally
Little
got the
children.
idea from a child, like not from a child, but from his interaction with a little child.
Yeah. Manipulates everybody around him.
Yep.
And
Even
he
just
moves them
before he
better.
gets there, he's already trying to be like, "Come on, Daddy, it's little Jaspy. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't want to do this to me."
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
before he even gets sent off to
Smeerensburg.
Smeerensburg, it is, right? Okay, yeah. Just like this guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Oh, Rick, okay, that's fine.
He holds a literal child's drawing for ransom for a penny.
For a goddamn penny.
Refuses to give it back so that he can claim postage on it.
And then he keeps it when the kid's dad shows up with their two monstrous demon dogs.
Yeah. It's great. It's great.
And because he kept it, Klaus found it.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Yep. That's how Klaus
Yeah,
got it, because
that's
he
how it
dropped his
started.
bag when he snuck into his house.
That's how it started.
Yeah, no, he's a little shit.
He's a little shit, and he's a little Slytherin shit. And
Yeah.
he learns and he grows and he finds his people.
Naturally.
And it's very cute. It's
Naturally.
very cute.
But
He
yeah, that's
becomes
just how this
such a
movie's
great
go.
man.
That's just how this movie's
yeah.
gonna go.
So Jesper Johansson.
Slytherin!
That was easy.
Yeah, that was just... There was no...
Straightforward.
I literally, as we were rewatching it, within the first, the first two scenes,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
When we watched it last night, I was already just like, okay, I know where you're going, kid.
So, Klaus.
Love him. I feel so bad for him.
Oh, this
They had to do it. That
Another big teddy bear!
movie, he is a big old bear, and I love him. But this movie was so... It was dark, but it was happy.
Yeah.
Like, the families were feuding, but I still felt, like, happy.
Yeah.
Until they just, like, brought in the pain.
Yeah. And most of it was from Klaus. Most of it was from Klaus.
Mrs. Klaus doesn't live anymore. Spoiler warning.
I'm trying to think. I'm thinking it's either Gryffindor or Hufflepuff, but I'm torn between the two, kind of.
I'm kind of leaning more towards Hufflepuff, I
Same.
want to say. Because I kind of got Sugar Man vibes.
That's true.
Also, yeah.
That's true.
Except instead of candy and sweets. it's
Toy-wise, yeah.
Also, now that I'm thinking of it too, he made that many toys because they were trying for a kid.
Yeah, they had the toys for like how he had almost 6,000 letters sent by the time they were running low on toys.
It was a lot of toys.
That's thousands of toys that he made just because him and his wife were waiting to have kids.
Because they were trying. So yeah, he's a hard worker. Chops his own firewood, takes care of himself, very self-sufficient.
He built the house.
He built the house.
He literally,
He built the house.
I found, she told me the spot in this forest that she left, and I built her a house right on her.
Yes.
And then after she died, every tree in that forest had a freaking birdhouse on it.
Not to mention kind-hearted, because he literally sees this picture of this kid who's just sad in his drawing, and is immediately like, I need to give this child a toy.
I need
Yes,
to
that is his answer. He literally was like, do you know where this is? Take me
there.
Yeah.
Not even that. He's like, you're a postman, right? Take this.
Yep.
And
I
this
do love
guy,
that in this
there's
movie.
probably a severed head in here. I'm shoving a severed head into his box.
I love every interaction between those two.
Yes, they're
So cute.
such a
Because,
great dynamic.
Like I said earlier, this movie goes into how and I say legend very carefully, of Santa Claus. Because Santa Claus never delivered a goddamn toy in this movie.
Yeah.
It was...
Oh my god, you're so right.
He didn't deliver anything, he drove the sled!
There was a whole compilation of it,
everything.
right?
Of
They
everything
were
Santa
going
Claus
through the
is known for.
song, and little Jespe's in, I don't know why I keep calling him little Jesper.
it's
Jasper,
great.
yeah, he's in the background literally doing all this, and he's like, wait a minute. Wait.
He's like, magic, he can fit down the chimney. Jesper, the skinny motherfucker, literally falling down a chimney.
Burned his butt.
Oh, that's great.
I was like, every single... And then the reindeer scene, because they lost the wheels to their carriage, so the reindeer would look like they were flying off a ramp.
That was great. That was fantastic.
Oh.
I love movies like that. I love when you can take something magical and just make it... No, it's just
And
kids'
explain,
imaginations, but then
yeah.
it becomes real
Yeah.
to the world, because no one else... You're gonna prove them wrong? How are you
Yeah.
gonna prove them wrong?
Yeah. Really, the only magical, like actually magical thing that happened was at the very end, and it was implied.
Oh, his wife. The spirit of his wife in the forest?
No. Because that wasn't technically, that was the...
Oh, at the very end.
very
With
end,
yeah. Whenever he wants to see
When
everything.
he is like, every year I get to see my friends.
Yep.
I can't explain it, but it just happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's such a good movie, guys.
So-
if you haven't seen it, please go watch it.
Yeah.
If you didn't already listen to us the first time to pause this,
Yeah.
Do
if
it
you
now,
haven't,
again.
do it now. And then come back.
Yeah.
Because we can talk about the movie, but you won't really feel it until you see it.
Yeah.
Because the animation style
Unless
of the movie's a little
our awes
quirky.
and heartfelt.
It's so...
Keeps doing that.
the little girl with the
Oh my god.
Go watch this movie.
Yeah. So, Klaus.
Hufflepuff!
Next up is Alva.
Ah, yes.
Miss Alva.
She is the school teacher. Well, school teacher / fishmongerer.
I mean, hey, you gotta make ends meet somehow when the teaching ain't working out for you.
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
This woman...
Poor. She was basically sent there to do the same thing that Jasper was.
Yeah.
Except hers was
Go
teaching.
build the school,
Yeah,
or like
set the
go
school
set
up.
up the school. There's like
Yeah.
nobody sends their children to school here.
Because-
Go build up a post office. Nobody sends email around here.
Yeah.
Mail. Sorry.
Because God forbid these kids' families...
Yeah.
I'm like...
That's crazy.
But then the second... The spark... Again, I'm going to talk about the animation here for a second, because it's really important on her character. Mm-hmm. She's really drawn and colored extremely gray when we first meet her. Mm-hmm. And then she's literally glowing throughout the rest of the movie when she's teaching.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
And then when that scene happens, like where they find out why Jesper's doing what he's doing, she's gray again. And then when he comes back and she's forgiven him, she's glowing again.
Yeah.
I
She's kind of in the shadow.
love that.
Good observation.
I love that
Yeah.
so much, because it speaks so much to like the people who made this movie.
Yeah, it does. No, she's amazing. I fucking love her.
Where are we putting her? Because she's a very smart woman. She's a teacher, teaches all these kids how to write and everything like that.
Hufflepuff.
But I think she's a Hufflepuff. You read my mind. You read my mind
Wow, I want to
wholeheartedly.
hear it.
Because she works her ass off.
She
does.
gave up all of her all of her savings for the past 5 years to get out of this hellhole.
Yeah. Well, first of all, First of all, she works her ass off selling fish so that she can get out there in the first place.
To get the money, exactly.
Instead of like trying to cheat or steal or lie her way out. She works her butt off as a fishmonger when she's supposed to be a teacher so she can get out.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she starts teaching, kind-hearted, gives up that savings that she worked on for 5 years.
Does what teachers do nowadays, give up their money.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
To make sure these kids get an education.
Forever
Exactly.
they've been doing this.
Oh my god, it's fucking ridiculous. Teachers deserve better.
Yeah, both of my grandparents were teachers.
Oh yeah. My aunt's a teacher, and I support teachers where I work, and it's just they deserve better.
Yes.
She was a good representation.
And
of
she's
teachers.
a really good representation.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I think I was trying to analyze her first impression, I guess, but again, that you get, don't piss off a honey badger. That's a perfect example of don't piss off a honey badger. Because right away she's like, are you going to fucking buy something or not, with a knife in his face?
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
And that's also after 5 years of being stuck there.
You're right.
Yeah.
And she's not one of the, she's not part of the families. So she just has
Yeah,
to
she's
be
isolated.
there.
Yep.
And isolated by herself.
An
surrounded by
isolated
people
Hufflepuff? Ooh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Not good.
This makes
where
sense.
you're not
All
doing
right.
the job you want to do. She wants to teach.
Yeah.
And she has to do she has to
Wait,
do
what
how
was
much-
it? There's children are missing. Oh, the children are missing. Okay, thank you. I had no fucking clue.
Oh my god.
I love her.
I love her so much. I love her so much. Yeah, I'm thinking Hufflepuff. Even though, my main argument for Ravenclaw is going to be when she can interpret the little Dutch girl.
Yeah, she's definitely.
So she's definitely book
Amazing.
smart, and she's a teacher. But I think why she does everything, she's smart to be a teacher, but her loyalty to those kids was just immaculate.
I think little kid teachers would be more Hufflepuff, and the older ones are Ravenclaw. I don't know that Ravenclaw teachers want to deal with kids.
They would not have the patience for it.
Yeah.
This is fair.
They would not have the patience for it.
I think it's very specific.
Okay.
The kind of
Because you can see
personality
she
you gotta
put
have
her
for those
heart
kids.
into her teaching.
Yeah, she definitely does. I agree.
So Alva.
Hufflepuff.
And next is Mogans, who is the ferryman, for anyone who forgot.
Oh, thank you, because I almost did.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Fucking asshole. As much as fuck him, I'm pretty sure he's a Slytherin.
I know.
This
He
fucking...
made him ring the battle bell.
I'm not
He was like,
mad.
"Oh, you're new. Go ring that bell over there."
That's where what word did he use?
Reception.
Is that reception or something like that? That's where the reception will happen. I was like, this motherfucker right
He
here.
messes with him the whole damn time.
And
Yeah, he's the one that, as I quoted earlier, they get their message across without sending a mail.
Exactly. And he does it so often that you see it happen a lot where he's just fucking with him, but you also know that he does it so much at the end when Jasper is just not smiling or talking at all when he gets on the boat. Even he knows something's wrong.
Yeah. That was when he kind of stops. He's like, I've never seen a postal worker more sad on the day leaving this place
than they
were
are
coming
getting
in.
here.
And then he says, well, maybe you should just leave that alone. Let
Yeah.
that fester. And
Yeah.
Become a...
Yeah, but I feel like that was very sarcastic too, because he doesn't say just maybe leave it. He says maybe leave it alone to fester. I'm sure it won't fester and become he's being very sarcastic.
He's telling his dad, you should deal with that.
Yeah, but he can't just say that because that would be nice. And
Because
can't
he's
be
an
nice.
asshole.
He's very much a Slytherin, I feel like.
Yeah, he high-key manipulates him the whole time. He's like, look, because even when Jasper first comes up to the boat thing, he's like, look, I know you're lost. He's like, I'm not lost. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure you are.
Yeah,
Stop.
yep.
He's like, actually, no, I'm trying to get to Smeerensburg. He's like, hold on, what?
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna have fun today. All right, perfect.
Oh my gosh, you're so
You see that bell over there?
The bell.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And then again, Miss Ava totally did the same thing. He's like, let me guess, he told you to ring the battle bell, didn't he? The battle bell?
tricked you.
Tricked you, yes.
He
Specifically
tricked you.
tricked
Yeah, you're
you.
right. That's what she said.
Ringing the battle
Oh,
bell.
God.
Tricked
It's like,
you into
the
ringing
battle
the
bell.
battle bell.
People actually have those.
Right.
What kind of town is
That's
battle
a
bell?
thing? Why is that a thing?
Fucking. Yeah, no, he's a Slytherin.
Yep.
I'm not
Okay.
mad. He's funny.
Oh, yeah.
But still, he's an asshole.
Mogans.
Slytherin.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's what happens when two Slytherins meet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also,
you gotta
this
fight for
movie-
dominance.
This movie is a Slytherin and it's two Hufflepuffs, and I find that really cute.
That's pretty
I
great.
just realized, because Klaus and Alva are both Hufflepuffs.
Perfect. They adopted a Slytherin.
Yeah, they adopted a Slytherin.
That's great.
Okay, moving on.
That's excellent.
We have Mr. Axel Ellenbow. This
Mr.
guy's just a dumbass.
Ellenbow.
Oh, is that the fool that's one of the family's heads?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
family head.
They're both well, he's an idiot.
an idiot.
He is
Oh my
so
God.
goddamn. I think he's a Gryffindor.
I mean, yeah, I could see it. Brash, impulsive.
Very brash and impulsive.
Not super bright.
Not really that smart. Well, I guess this is both of them. He just sticks to that tradition of family hatred just because that's what they've been doing since the caveman times for some reason.
Yeah.
Chides the little girl.
Yeah,
for
he
playing
does.
With, we're playing with the little boy.
With the crumb.
The crumb
boy.
kid, yeah. And literally throughout the entire movie, the crumb leader lady is just like, when she's like, alright, 1 down, 1 to go. She's like, if you ask who right now, I swear to God. Because he's so dumb. He was about to be like,
Who's left?
The second one? Like, dumbass.
Dude, oh my god. Yeah, no. I think Gryffindor.
Gryffindor, he's just really...
I don't see argument for anything else.
I can't.
Yeah. We didn't get a ton of him either.
Fucking Peter Pettigrew, that's what he is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Axel Ellenbow.
Gryffindor!
And on the flip side of that coin, we have Mrs. Tammy Crumb.
She's actually the one that went to go get Jasper's dad. And was like, how do we get rid of this fucker?
She's
Yes.
much more of a Slytherin.
She's the opposite coin. That's what I like.
I could see a Ravenclaw too.
I could definitely see a Ravenclaw,
That's
but
what I
I
was
feel like
kinda
she's
thinking,
really good at
but
manipulating her
I think
people.
strategically speaking, she's like, what? That was more of a street smart thing to do.
Exactly.
Is how do I get rid of this guy that's ruining my family fuel?
That didn't work.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let's go tell daddy.
but I feel like she's more good at coming up with the plans than she is at implementing them. She's not very good at like reading people and figuring out what they're gonna do.
Right.
I feel like it's kind of the same issue as we had with Mother Gothel and with what's his face.
Yeah, but I mean, just because they're not good at it. You can have a Slytherin that's not good at actually doing what they want to.
Yeah, that's true.
But she was definitely willing to do anything to get what she wanted.
That's
Even
true,
if
too.
that meant having a truce with this family that they've been feuding for generations.
Literally from cave. They have a literal cave drawing, a chunk of cave in their basement. That's like, this is when it all started.
I bet you it was all over just a piece of fucking meat.
Yeah, that she used the poor. The little crumb boy, who I fucking love, by the way. He is so stinking cute. We're not sorting him today because we didn't get enough of him. But he's
Ron really wanted to talk about him.
I wanted to talk about him, honestly. I got shut down, but he is adorable. The little boy that they give the frog toy to. He doesn't even have a name, but he's like so cute.
Yeah, we can't sort him.
No fair.
I'm so sorry. But like, because even she
I'm
does
not.
that,
He doesn't
she's
have a
willing
name.
to make that true.
He's sad, and then he gets a toy and is really happy. That's it.
Chasing her on a
He draws
frog.
the picture and he plays with the little. Okay, we're not talking about this. Anyways,
But yeah, so she even like
yeah,
seemingly implied she was gonna threaten the kid if he ever played the little redheaded girl again.
yeah, no, I see it. I just want to make the argument because I could see Ravenclaw, but I think more.
Yeah, because then once
Again, I think I specifically said street smart
Mm-hmm.
because we've made that distinction that Ravenclaw has that book smart and not that street smart.
Yeah.
And Slytherin has both. And that's why I think, like, what is the best? Like, how does she even know to do that?
That was my
how
question.
How the fuck does she know to go tell daddy, hey, he did have 14,000. She said 14,000.
Yeah.
She didn't say 6,000. They had 14,000 males.
because I'm like, by the way, I think he was a little under 6,000 when they found the chart.
it, yeah.
So she only had to write 2,000.
And
they would've
literally,
been fine.
as they're working on it to fix it, daddy shows up.
Yeah. Perfect time. She has good timing on everything she does.
Yeah.
It's just, plot armor is not in her favor at this point in time.
This is true.
Well, and I think it was working because he did leave.
He left. He
It
was going
did
to.
work.
He was about
I
to
don't
leave.
know. Yeah, I don't know where it said that it didn't work, but it did work. He just decided to come back.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was all
'cause
of his character,
Yeah,
not
and then
her flaw in
the
strategy.
only
That's
flaw
true.
in her plan was she didn't expect the children to talk about their parents' plans of a mob
Yeah.
against Mr. Klaus
This
for
is
the
true.
second part of her plan.
True. Yeah.
That's the
That's
only
right.
flaw is you can't really control who's going to talk about it and who's not.
Yeah.
So, Mrs. Tammy Crumb.
Hufflepuff!
And last but never least, Margot.
I love her little squishy face!
She's very cute. She is very cute.
You know what the funny thing is? We get so much personality in her, but she doesn't speak a word of
Speaking
English.
Sami, which is the main language of where? Do we know?
That's a
I
great
feel like we could,
question.
isn't it? I don't want to say Sweden, but it's
I'm like, she
up
definitely,
there.
they dress from what I've,
Is it Netherlands?
it's like Dutch.
North looking.
Yeah.
It looks very like Inuit people.
That's also fair. It's just even more colorful than what I've typically seen.
Yeah.
Uralic languages spoken by the Sami people in northern Europe and parts of northern Finland, Norway, Sweden, and extreme northwestern Russia.
Like Norse.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Which is accurate
Yeah.
to the story because it's complete. The whole Smeerensburg. Smeerensburg is ice. It's just all snow.
It's all
Yeah,
snow.
it's all
Yeah.
snow.
It's,
So-
I figured it was somewhere up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing too. It's supposed to eventually because Santa Claus is at the North Pole, so you figure
Exactly.
real far north.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
But yeah,
so
all she speaks is Sami, and it's
It's so stinking
and Miss Alba Miss Alba understands it, or
Yeah.
she figures it out somehow.
Yeah, she wants a boat. Wait, no, that's not. I'm like, no, she wants a boat, but it's a land boat for snow. She got a freaking glider for the snow, and it was great.
Her little face when she saw it outside, it just lit up and it made my heart so happy.
It was very
She
cute.
is probably outside of Jesper. No, what do you say? I think she is probably the most like persistent, persevering person in this movie.
Yeah,
Because he shuts her down a lot, but she just comes back every single day.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I don't know how she gets there. He had to take a boat and a sleigh ride to get to her house to bring her present.
Honestly, she's either Slytherin or Ravenclaw to me. Because she's
Absolutely.
smart enough to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she figured it out. How did she even hear about this shit?
That was gonna be my question. Was how did she? Like, why was she here? How did she get here? And why was she here?
Right? Like, smart little girl. And she made it by herself multiple times.
Yeah, her parents were never around until she got
she's
her present.
tiny. She's got to be like
3.
not
Like
even. I was
4.
gonna yeah.
She's old enough to speak in complete sentences, though, and she's old enough to travel that far. I feel like she's just small because they're drawing children compared to adults.
That's fair.
Right.
So I feel like she's like 5 or 6.
I was
So,
saying
yeah.
more like 6, 7. Yeah.
I can see that. She's just so shrunken. Then you get to see her grown up.
Yeah, that's also the good
Dude,
She's
that was
so cute. It was good.
And that, like, the toy that she asked for, too, was
Mm-hmm.
like, that's smart, you know? She's gonna get a lot more use for that than, you know, a kid who maybe asked for an action figure.
Or like a little toy frog that bounces.
Or a toy frog that bounces.
Yeah,
Like,
she doesn't need pleasure. She needs convenience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And having a freaking snow glider.
Yeah. And it's also fun. It's both.
It's
Yeah.
she was definitely enjoying herself.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
a kid who asked for a
100%.
bike. Like, that's fun and
And
convenient.
useful. Yeah. I got a bike to
So-
school. Can you help?
That's where I'm kind of going back and forth between Ravenclaw because of the intelligence it took to figure all this shit out and to get to him every day, and Slytherin because she's so persistent and keeps coming back.
She just kept going back.
Yeah. But she never tries to communicate with him in any other way.
That's fair.
So that's where I'm kind of like, maybe it is more Ravenclaw. Maybe it's not so much.
Because she didn't try to like write something down or draw a picture.
charades.
Something, yeah.
Wait, are you saying that's a Ravenclaw trait or a Slytherin trait?
I feel like
I'm
Over.
saying that she didn't have that street smart to figure out. Of like, hey, if I can't talk to him, maybe I'll try something else.
I don't think that has to do with street mark, because if Peace was here, they would easily tell you, how else do I figure this out?
Yeah, that's true.
that's
And
fair.
because you also, by book smart, you would know different ways to figure that out.
Because she's also
coming
like
from an
6 or
adult-
7.
Yeah, exactly. That's coming from an adult perspective, though, too. I feel like a little kid maybe wouldn't think of it as easily, but she's still shown as really smart because she's able to get there. So I feel like coming from an adult perspective, it's like, yeah, okay, this didn't work. Let me try the next thing. But like as a little kid, you're just like, oh, you should understand me because I'm speaking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't connect really. That like they don't understand what you're saying.
Because every other adult in her life speaks with her in Swami.
Not to mention, she seems to understand him after just listening to him for a while.
That's what I was gonna say.
She
Like
picks up on the language quick.
she was talking, she was having a conversation with him. We're not sure if it's like, you know, a Kristoff and Sven type of deal that he's doing, where he's just talking to her like she understands,
Kind of.
but she's also responding when he's telling his story.
She's vibing off of
Exactly.
That.
I feel like it's a little bit of both. Like I feel like she's not like fluent yet, obviously, or she starts speaking back, but she's starting to pick up on it.
Yeah. Oh, but she cries out his name.
Oh my god, that made me sad. That made me happy sad. I don't know. I might be. That's just the kind of the vibe I'm getting. Is more Ravenclaw than Slytherin. Although, like I said, I could see both.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, that ambition, and she was like, I'm gonna get a toy.
I want my toy.
Yeah.
Not even a toy. I want my sled. I
Yeah.
want my speeder type thing.
And I'm going to cross the snow
And the
Take a
sea.
and come to your door
Every day. until you give me my toy.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are you saying?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Okay, because I felt like you just described Slytherin. But before you said that, you said I see more Ravenclaw than Slytherin.
I see more Ravenclaw than Slytherin, but I can see Slytherin because of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because she
the
did.
transition there didn't happen.
She had to do whatever she had to do to get that toy.
Yeah, and that's where I'm like, that's where the Slytherin comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure between the two.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I was definitely seeing more Ravenclaw because she really has that eagerness to learn when she's with the teacher, and they're there like day and night going through everything with her so that she can learn how to communicate and she can learn how to read and write and all this stuff just so she can get her little toy.
That's true.
It's fair.
That's true.
That's where I'm sitting with it. I'm sitting more on the Ravenclaw side.
Yeah, I'm vibing more with Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Margoo.
Ravenclaw.
And that's all we got for you guys today.
Yep.
That's what we landed on. So here is our list, and it is very heavy on one side, and it's not the side it usually is.
True.
So in Gryffindor, we have Mr. Axel Ellenbow. In Hufflepuff, we have Klaus and Alba. In Ravenclaw, we have Margoo. And in Slytherin, we have Jesper Johansson, Mogans, and Mrs. Tammy Crumb.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. It's an interesting list.
Mm-hmm.
Very
It's an
Slytherin
interesting
heavy. Yeah. Very Slytherin heavy. But yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one. You guys should definitely check it out. If you made it to the end and haven't stopped to go see it,
Yeah.
you're done. Go watch it.
Yeah,
Go freaking watch it
definitely
now.
should. You definitely should.
If you don't
It's
mind
very
all the
cute.
spoilers,
Even
but
if
I mean,
you,
hey.
yeah.
Or
Even
you
if you're
stay.
not, like we said before too, even if you're not a big Christmas person, this one doesn't feel like a Christmas movie.
It
the way
doesn't.
that, like, even
You
Home
don't even get the word
Alone-
Christmas until more than halfway into the
Yeah, the movie's
Yeah.
almost over, but they're like, it's almost Christmas.
Yeah, even movies like Home Alone and like they're like I like Home Alone, but like it very much is a Christmas movie.
There's
and
still
it's
Christmas
like, I have to
surrounding
wait
it.
because otherwise I get annoyed.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but this one's like it's not like that. Like I could watch this whenever and be like, oh.
Because it's literally like, they're not doing it because of Christmas. They, unfortunately, are doing it so he can go home.
Yeah,
Until Christmas happens.
yeah,
But then after that, it's because of the children.
And
Like
then
before
exactly.
before they even knew that, and
Yep.
still after that, it's because of the
It's
children.
because of the
Yes.
children. And
Yeah.
Christmas wasn't even like, we need to give them presents because it's Christmas, instead of like, they need toys.
They need toys
They're
because
sad.
he's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because he's sad, everybody needs toys.
yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much. So
It's a
yeah,
great movie.
Awesome.
thank you as always for joining us. Hope your day is fantabulous.
Fantastically
Happy
magical.
holidays.
Signing off. This is Ron.
This is Fred.
Alona.
And Hermione.
Bye.